My thoughts became so important to me as soon as I realized this one thing about visualizing. Allah has gifted us a superpower that we've all been ignoring. And I want to explain to you one thing in this video. Before I get to that, it's a quick introduction. My name is Malad. My current mission is to educate 500 ambitious men. And I think you're a part of that 500 men. So basically, I'm learning out loud as I go along on my journey. So make sure you use what's helpful and let go of the rest. And make sure you subscribe to have educational videos on your feed instead of having cringe clickbait videos. Because I realize what YouTube does is it gives you really retarded videos on your channel when you don't subscribe. But when you subscribe to channels like mine or Hamza's or Iman's or anybody that has educational grasp within their videos, you'll get recommended videos like this. So even if you don't watch those type of videos, even if you watch type of videos like this, and you subscribe, you'll have more videos like this on your feed. In the Quran it says, "Tell the believing men that they must lower their gaze, and tell the believing women that they must lower their gaze." Now, when it talks about this in the Quran, it doesn't mean to only lower your gaze for women and men. Because if Allah said to lower your gaze, He would have said to lower your gaze at women and men. Notice how it doesn't say that. Now, do you know what that means? This is a big superpower, bro. Think about it. Allah isn't just talking about to lower your gaze with naked women or naked men. He's only talking about how you should only lower your gaze for things that you do not want in your life. Okay? This means to lower your gaze at the things that you do not want in your life. What does this mean? You don't want to argue with that person? Lower your gaze. Do not talk to them. Ignore them. Stop. Just leave them alone. Basically, lower your gaze to things, worldly things that you do not want in your life. Wherever you direct your energy, awareness, concentration, attention, or focus, you will start to create. And that's how life works. Anything you put energy into, you'll create more of that. If you put more energy into thinking, I will get a BMW by the end of this year, and you work so hard, and you create so much more energy to get that BMW, you by all means will get that BMW, because that's your goal, and that's your focus, and that's where you're putting all of your attention and focus on. And as I said earlier, basically, don't look at anything that's going to create the life that you do not want. If you make someone watch gory videos, do you not think that the next day that person will not have the same feeling of watching gore videos throughout their own day? Because you're putting that energy that they watched that previous day into their next day. And that's why they always say, do not sleep. Do not let your friend or your spouse sleep when they're angry. Because, bro, you're just going to have the next day you're going to have an angry day. You're going to have the angry emotion because you slept on that. Now, why do you think some entrepreneurs say, I visualize before I go to bed? Have you not ever heard that? They go to sleep based on feeling that energy of their success or whatever they want, that feeling of being in a McLaren, that feeling of, that feeling of being with their family, being so wealthy. We humans have been honored by Allah so much that He made us co-creators by whatever you think or imagine. We create life in it. So images you see in your head, it always come out in the outer world. It always. That's why you should take advantage of these visualizations that we have within this world. Whatever you're thinking of, whatever you're feeling, whatever you want, bro, just visualize it. Visualize it and work towards it. Without faith, nothing will happen, bro. Nothing. And without faith and hard work, they used to say this in my high school, without faith and hard work, nothing is impossible. So now back to what I was saying. Tell the believing men that they must lower their gaze, and tell the believing women that they must lower their gaze, right? So in this verse right here, what is it talking about? It's also talking about that why you should guard your mind and everything you see. due to the fact that you are creating the life of something you don't want. So that could be consuming content on riots, fighting, or politics. You're creating that energy into your life to see it more often, such as focusing on the black BMW once, and now you're constantly seeing it in your life. Haven't you noticed that when you see one car that you like, and you just keep on seeing all over your city? Isn't that weird? So now in this verse, it says, "Indeed, we offer the trust to the heavens and the earth and the mountains, and they declined it to bear it and feared it. But man, which is us, undertook to bear it." Bro, this literally is talking about how we are co-creators. Images we have in our head always turn into reality. Always. Bro, it always turns into reality, bro. I'm literally I envisioned last night and this whole month that I'll be waking up at 5 a.m. every single day. I'll be working for like a couple hours, doing deep work. Just my whole day is just being productive overall. And now it's my reality. I'm literally living right now of doing that. Bro, I literally woke up at 5 a.m. today. I know I did my thing, and now I'm working. I'm working on videos. But bro, I'm living proof of doing this. I envisioned this all, and now I'm just on that journey to do it, bro. I did not want to wake up at all today. I wanted to go sleep. I'm tired, but it's not supposed to be easy. This is not supposed to be easy at all. Allah's gonna put us into situations and conflicts for a reason. He's gonna make things harder for a reason. Now, if you think back in our Prophet's time, they had it way harder than us, so we're actually living a very, very easy life compared to them. And you know, overall, we just have so much responsibility. As much as they did, they might have a little more than us, but we have a lot too. We have a lot of responsibility. Now you may think to yourself, why? But I just gave you an explanation of why. So do not question yourself why. We have so much responsibility at the end of the day. Because bro, if you think about it, you're going to put things into your life. Sometimes things that you don't even want in your life. You bring that laziness into your life because you're on your phone all day. And you're playing games all day. Of course you're going to be lazy. You're constantly overthinking about your future, which is making you anxious. So of course you're going to bring that anxiety and stress into your life about the future. Of course, because you're thinking that way. And that's what you keep on having inside of your head, bro. That's what you keep on doing to yourself. Of course, you're going to be pretty upset with your life. And overall, you're just going to be very depressed and sad over your life because you keep on thinking in the past. So of course, you're going to have that outcome. Because of your actions, you are this way. Because of my actions, I am this way. And you know, it's impossible for a man who's lived in poverty his whole life and not see any sort of wealth in his life to become financially successful. And you may ask why? Because he's never seen it. He's never had a glimpse, a grain of salt with his mind. He's never seen that. He's never even witnessed it to become financially successful. So of course it's going to be impossible. Do you think it would be possible for me to think that I can become successful with this? Yes, because I've seen it within my eyes. I've seen people become very successful with this. I've seen people become very successful with martial arts because I've seen it and I witnessed it. And I started to become very successful. I started to learn a lot of moves and I started to become way more better than the rookies that originally started. And that's just one example. Some people just gave up because they were like, oh, bro, no, I can't do this. Not for me. And that's okay. I love it. I still love it. You know, the reason why you have the life that you want is because of you. Because it's your fault. It's your fault. Everything that's in your life is your fault. It's all accumulated. It's all an accumulation of all the past images you see. So changing the images you see internally / with the spiritual eye. Like, you're probably thinking in your head, it's all wishy-washy, but bro, I promise you it's not. I promise you it's not. Everything you see inside of your mind really impacts the way your future is and your trajectory in your life. So you may think that visualizing is wishy-washy, but I want you to do this practice with me. You see this picture right here. You see this the Burj Khalifa, the tallest building in the world, okay? Now, I give you a visual photo so you can imagine yourself on top of this, all right? Now, close your eyes. Close your eyes with me. We're both going to close your eyes, all right? Now, picture yourself on top of the Burj Khalifa. With one foot, you're just balancing yourself with no support. You're there by yourself. No harness, no nothing. You can see all the other things below you. You see the water, you see the buildings, the people, they're all watching. They're just looking at you. Imagine how high you are. Now, open your eyes, bro. Do you not feel that weird gut feeling of like that very uneasy feeling in your stomach? If this doesn't prove to you that visualizing is not wishy-washy, then I don't know what is. Because, bro, you have that feeling just by thinking. Just by thinking that you're on top of this when you're really not, and you have that weird uneasy feeling in your stomach, proves to you that it's not wishy-washy. This proves to you that you can actually visualize other things and have that other feeling to make you think that you are there when you're not even there yet, which is amazing. That makes you a co-creator. Now you can co-create any other thing. You could just think of yourself sitting in a McLaren, imagining that you're just grasping the wheel. You're holding it. Keep on pressing the acceleration button to hear that, all the gunshots and like the beautiful noise that it makes. You're just there, sitting in those like bucket seats, having that feeling where you're just sitting in that beautiful car, or just standing on top of the tallest building in the world. All the things you want, relationships, status that you want, just visualize it, daydream about it, and constantly think about it. With the things that you want, you will get it because by visualizing it. I want to give you a great example of this whole part. You'll notice how Allah will create scenarios in your life to eventually lead you to the life that you've always dreamt about. I'm living proof. Wallahi, I am living proof. I've had so many new experiences because of the visualizations I've had. The people that I'm around. What I can do to just become better and become number one. And it's just slowly coming. It's coming easier than I said because I've just planted the seed. We're all just farmers. We're all just planting a seed every single day. And we just leave the rest to Allah. By planting that seed, just leave the rest to Allah. We have been using this power all along, and we've been creating things that we don't want. And it's all about your expectations. Creating things in our life that we don't want. So laziness, anger, just hatred towards the world. And we expect that. We expect by certain actions that we take within our life, like going on our phone and going on our phone, scrolling and just doing unnecessary things. Of course we're going to become lazy because we just put it into our life. Allah says that I am as my servant thinks of me, and this is a hadith right here. So if you're always thinking that Allah is punishing you all the time with debt, stress, and aggression towards you, that's all you're going to get from Him, and vice versa. You may not want that from Him, but it's the fact that you're thinking it. Isn't that funny? It's the fact that you're thinking it. It's not just something you say. It's about you imagining it, visualizing it, feeling it in the inner world. Then that's a result as you put in action. It comes out in the outer world. You must be in a state of surrender to Allah and His plan. Inspiration will spark inside of your heart. Act by act, things will unfold right in front of your eyes. And you will see it. I promise you, you will see it. If you just listen to this video and use it as a reminder that yes, I will be able to, you'll be able to do this. You'll be able to co-create within your life. You want that beautiful home? Guess what, man? You can't think anymore in a state that you can't afford it or you can't have it. You gotta stop doing that. Because you want that very beautiful home, but then why are you thinking like a broke guy? Why are you thinking as you can't have it? You should be able to think that you're inside of it. You should be thinking that you're going to get it. You should be able to have a stronger mind that, you know what, I'll be able to afford this one day. I'll be able to have it one day. You'll start doing little things such as searching up houses, maybe calling up someone randomly about it, or receive a phone call about it randomly, about the phone that you went on Zeller to see. And you know, you'll later on understand and puzzle piece on how one thing led to another. Because you searching up that house probably led to you calling real estate agents and talking to them, or you know, just asking your family or your brothers or your sisters about how you can get a house. And man, you know, you've just been using this all your life, but you have not realized it. And once I've realized that I've been using it all my life, everything made sense. I understood why I was so anxious. I was so upset all the time. Because of my actions. I was like these negative emotions, and I was living such a weird, uneasy life because of the negative emotions that I've had, the visions that I've had. I've always had a vision that I was just a weird little kid in high school. And I was, bro. I was. Because that's how I thought of myself. That's how I carried myself. And you know, fast forward 6 years from the start of high school, things have changed drastically because of the way I view myself, the way I look at myself. It's not the same. It's not at all. I'm not that weirdo. I'm not that weirdo in the corner who's just observing everybody else, scared of the world, little guy. I'm still young, but I'm not scared of the world anymore as I was before. I've had a glimpse of it, but you know, it's not the same. So here's an actionable step that you can take right now. And if you don't do it, bro, all you've been doing is just consuming a useless video that has added zero value into your life. And if you want to add value into your life right now, you must do this. And if you don't do it, you're just another consumer, like the 90%. And I'm going to be on you because you must do this, all right? So I want you to do this, all right? Think back to how this power is obvious in your life. Think back on how you use it to achieve the things you have currently. Think back. Write this down. Go grab a piece of paper right now and think about this, okay? Let me move myself so you can read this. How has this power been so obvious in your life? What have you done? Why are you here in this moment watching my video? Like, what made you watch this video? Like, how did you use this power? How? I was explaining my life earlier on why I used to be so anxious and upset all the time and had that depressive energy around me all the time. But I thought to myself, why I was like that? Because of my surroundings, the people I was hanging around with, the phone, because bro, I was just consuming content all day. I wasn't doing anything. I was just staying at home all day. I didn't even go to the gym. Of course I'm going to be like this, bro. Of course. Now think about yourself. Why are you like this right now? Why? Really think about it. And again, I'm going to ask you again. How did you use it to achieve the things that you have currently? How? Really ask yourself, how did I do this? And, you know, try to go back to when you remember when you started everything. You could even go back to when you first got your new phone. And you started going on your phone all day, just playing games, going on social media, having a good time. Those times are good. Those times are amazing. But then you started to realize, yo, this is actually taking my phone. This is actually taking my life up. So now, bro, once you understand that you've been creating a bunch of stress, disease, sadness, etc., you can also create success, love, strength into your life as well. Isn't that beautiful? Is that not beautiful? Do you not want that? Who wouldn't want that? 100% you can do this. Now, do not think that you can't do this. Because look, you've already created a life full of stress and disease. You've already created that. So what makes you think that you can't create a life of success, love, and strength? So do not have a weak mind and think that you cannot do this. Because remember, you're watching my videos, and I expect you to be a strong, ambitious man. I don't expect you to be a weak man. You're not a weak man. You're not. So stop thinking like you're a weak man. So this also affects your social skills, man. Thinking of yourself as a weak man will affect your social skills for sure. If you know you have poor social skills, you get filthy looks from people around you. You can't stand up for people, for yourself, I mean. You can't do the things that you want to do. You can't even say the things that you want to say. By all means, bro, DM me on Instagram. My Instagram is offstar333, and I will help you. I will help you with your social skills. Because I was once there too. I used to be exactly like you, if that's what you're struggling with. I used to get filthy looks from people. I used to have people just not even talk to me. When I would speak to them, they would just ignore me. Imagine what kind of life I used to live. Imagine how much pain and agony I used to hold within people because they would not listen to my voice. They wouldn't take me serious because I never took myself serious. I never looked at myself as a guy who was, successful or strong, masculine. Bro, I was not. I was the complete opposite. I was such a feminine little kid. I was a little coward. Now, fast forward a couple years from there, I improved it so much that people just take my word serious. Because my word now is more of like iron. It's that solid. Now, wouldn't you want that? And if you do want that, bro, right here's my Instagram. Just text me. Text me or call me. We will set up a call and we will discuss this further.